I did classical violin for a while, and what they teach you to do is if you were going to play, say, fret 5, a high D, that you place the other two fingers down on the string as well, and then they'll be there for when you needed them, and it keeps the string trapped so that the whole thing just sounds an awful lot smoother. So the same kind of principle. You wouldn't be pressing down all three strings, but to have them in place and have them close, and then as much as possible as you're playing, if you don't need a finger for something else, hold it down on the last note that it played, and it just creates a little kind of bursts of blend of sound. And rather than the sound, you just get it blends, and it's a very, very subtle thing, but it makes a nice difference. Now, I just for the sake of demonstration, I put in the Michael Russell's version of the Mason's Apron. It's slightly different to the version that Brian played, which would be the kind of Seamus, the Sean McGuire very virtuosic version. It's a little more kind of organic. So in the second half there's a C sharp, which would be fret 4 on your A string. And you don't need that, you don't need the A string for quite a while. So you can hold down the C and you're coming back and over onto that note. So you can hold down. It does two things. It creates a little blend, but it also gives you a framework to move the other fingers. And you can do the same with the D. And when you're doing it with the D on fret 5, you need fret 5 on the E string so you can flick up and down. And that kind of answers your question from earlier on about you covering 2. In that kind of a framework, it's okay to flick up. It flicks up and down without getting kind of trapped down, and it doesn't. It's not as. And I think maybe it's because the F is on as well. Now, if you were to, this is a reasonably resonant banjo, but if you were to be lifting off, particularly on that part. That's a basic kind of way to do it. You can also, I could think of a tune where you could, you maybe drop in like a little bass note halfway through the tune and hold on that. For instance, that's a tune in C, and by using the thumb on the low C, you can keep that little bass note going. Subtle difference, but it really adds to the overall sound of the banjo. So what I would suggest doing with that would be experimenting, just kind of, and again it's really an awareness thing. Keep an eye on the left hand and make sure that if there's an opportunity to leave the finger down, and maybe at this stage it might just be enough to look at the left hand and see, am I doing the hot fretboard thing where I have the finger down here, mid-air, wiggling around, keep it nice and close, and then try and, as you do, some of the exercises will work for that as well, that exercise 2. Where you can leave on the F, the 3 and 4. Then it also helps to build up your dexterity in the left hand, because you're doing more focused work with your fingers. So it increases rather than kind of jumping at the notes. So anything that's kind of really focused attention will really help with dexterity or the right hand.